What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and another Blood Red Skies unboxing here. We're adding more to our American forces, and we're going to kick it off with one of our two aces here for the Corsairs, and this one is Philip Kirkwood. So we'll be right back after we get this open for you guys, and we'll take a look. Alrighty, guys, we got everything opened up here for you. So we get our usual allotment of goodies here. So, of course, we get our flight stand, the expanded one here, of course, because we're dealing with a metal plane. I really do wish at some point Warlord would go back and maybe re-release these as plastic, just because so many other things are plastic or resin in the range. So, but that being said, still a very good plane. Just needs a little bit of filing work here. You can kind of see there's some like mold lines and stuff going on. But overall, the detail is all still there, and they already come with like rockets and stuff sculpted on the wings there. It's a little hard to see and get it into proper focus for you guys, maybe there. That being said, surprisingly, nothing like really bent out of shape or anything right out of the box. So that does happen sometimes. We get a couple of decal sheets, which is really cool, which is very generous. That's more than what you need for that one plane, certainly. That will take care of you for a lot of American planes. We get our, of course, our ace disc for the base here with a generic on the back and some tokens there. The card itself, actually, we'll start with the plane itself. Just we're going to, of course, get to the other aces and the Corsair Squadron here in short order, so make sure you check those videos out. But again, the F4U Corsair single-engine fighter, firepower 2, maneuverability of 2, so excellent stuff there, and speed of 9 with a real speed of 442. So this plane is just freaking awesome. The Mustang always gets so much attention, but really, like the Corsair is in many ways where it's a hat trait. It's got great dive and robust, really good stuff there, and it is a little bit of pricey at 44 points base. So you're definitely not gonna have a very large squadron or anything, but depending on your pilot skill levels that you choose. But I mean, the Corsair is just awesome, and the fact that this is 1943, so hell, even for later, it's still like those stats are just fantastic. But if you're playing mid-war with this, I feel like if you're at all decent at the game, you're gonna do just fine with the Corsair. But even then, I would say, if you're still a little bit more of a beginner or getting used to how to fly this properly, depending on if you're just doing regulars, aces, or just what all you're playing, but fairly forgiving, I would say, overall. And I mean, the stats are again just phenomenal. But that being said, again, they're pricey, so you really can't afford to be too reckless or careless. So still keep that in mind. Speaking of the plane's traits here, so again, great dive. We've seen that quite a bit. Basically, you add the plane's maximum move instead of 6 when burning advantage to dive. So good stuff there. So you're definitely going to get around the board. And then robust is always nice too. So in reaction to being attacked, reduce the number of dice rolled for the attack by 1. So, if you're being chased around or hounded by some low skill planes that also just don't pack a lot of firepower to begin with, so that's going to be just fantastic for you. Just one fear die is always great, and then also, depending on what your skill level is, that just makes your dodges hopefully that much better. Moving on to the man himself here, Philip Kirkwood. So again, on single engine fighters only, does not have to necessarily be on a Corsair, but he adds a firepower. Always nice to see that to an already great base plane there. Of course, he's a pilot skill 5, being an ace. His ace skill cards, of course, we'll take a look at those here in just a second. Cool under fire and set him up. And so on cool under fire is pretty cool here. So pun intended, in reaction to him being hit by shooting. So if the attack is dodged successfully, no boom chit is applied. And then when a friendly plane within 6 of the ace shoots at an enemy aircraft, let's set them up, then the friendly plane adds 1 to their pilot skill when resolving the shooting attack. So, and again, that's just within 6 of him. So if you can keep him close to a buddy, that's just making that plane that much better as well. So if you're really good at maneuvering and kind of keeping around next to your wingman, you're gonna clean up the enemy pretty quick there, as long as the dice are with you and don't come up nothing but ones or anything. And then Kirkwood himself is pretty typical on the ace point side there, but 135 for his services there. So, but all in all, well worth it. Just a great overall pilot. And again, when you do decide to put him in the Corsair, he's just going to be phenomenal. But again, certainly pricey. But it's worth experimenting around and just throwing him in different planes. Whether it's like Mustangs or not the Hellcat, but the Wildcat. We don't have Hellcats yet, or just other things. It's again just worth playing around and trying out new and varied tactics and setups just to see what you can pull off with your American Air Force forces here. So, and of course, we'll be getting more things down the road too when the game sort of re-releases here with the Pacific, the more Pacific focus. So it should be interesting to see what all changes and if we get any other variants of existing planes beyond what we have right now. So that being said, let us know in the comments, guys. Have you flown Kirkwood, and do you keep him in Corsairs? Have you put him in other things? How's he fared? Let us know in the comments. Really interested to hear from you guys on your experiences there. And if you've gone up against Kirkwood, how has that gone for you? Were you able to take him down? Certainly, unless you're playing against someone who just doesn't know what they're doing, the Corsairs are, again, a pretty damn good plane, especially then with a great pilot. So yeah, really interested to hear from you guys and see how all those experiences have gone for and against. Smash that like and subscribe button if you guys could too. Again, it helps support the channel. And then also, if you do want to support the channel a little bit more, there is a link in the description there, guys. If you head over to Warlord, anything you pick up comes back to support the channel there. So we really do appreciate everybody who's been doing that. In the meantime, guys, thank you so much again for visiting, stopping by today. We do appreciate that, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care.